Welcome to West Texas Droning. Must-have accessories for your drones and NEO updates. Let's go. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Hey everybody, West Texas Droning here. An episode with two subjects, maybe kind of a small third one. All wrapped up into one video. I hope you appreciate that effort. First off, later on I want to discuss an issue I'm having with my NEO, and that is basically which controller to use with it, the RCN2 or the RC2. And the switching issues have caused me a problem, all kinds of issues. It really makes me frustrated, but I'm going to tell you about what I did to resolve that problem. But first, what I want to get into is must-have accessories for drones. Getting a drone is kind of like getting a hamster. You go and you buy one, you say, okay, I've got my little thing here, now what do I do with it? And the first thing the guy in the store is going to tell you, well, you're going to have to buy a cage. Got to have a cage for the hamster. And you go, oh, okay. Well, how much is that? And he shows you and you go, oh, really? Okay. And so you buy a cage. And he says, well, wait a minute. You got to have feed for the hamster feed. So you get a little box of feed. Great. And you get a bowl. You got to have a bowl for the feed to put the feed in. Okay, great. Well, a hamster needs water too, and they usually sell you this little bottle that hangs on the side of the cage and has a spout on it that the hamster can drink out of, and that's fine. And then the hamster gets bored, so you got to get him a little wheel. This is a little wheel that goes round and round like a Ferris wheel, and it squeaks really loudly, and he runs on it all night long while you're trying to sleep. And then during the daytime is when the hamster sleeps, and he wants a box that's nice and dark so he can sleep good, and he wants nesting material for his little box so he can sleep now comfy cozy. Well, that's kind of what it is to get a drone. Now, there are some things when you get a drone you're going to need to do to complete, fulfill your drone flying enrichment. Of course, you need to start out with a trust certificate. We all know that. You get your trust certificate, it's no big deal, and you carry that with you when you fly your drone. If you're going to get serious and do it commercially, you got to have a 107. It's a little more effort. After you get those things, remember there are some other things, physical objects you need to get, I think, that make flying a drone a little bit easier. The first thing that I would recommend to you that you get and take with you when you fly your drone is a really big, tall ladder. There's nothing like a big, tall ladder to get your drone off of a roof or out of one of those big drone-eating trees that's out there. Every time you fly, there's going to be a drone-eating tree around that's going to want to get your drone. So you need a good ladder. Something else you might consider, a good fire extinguisher. When that old, abused, overcharged, swollen lithium battery that you can barely get in the drone because it's so puffed out, when that finally blows up, you're going to need to put out the fire in the grass fire if it lands in the grass. So let me recommend a good fire extinguisher. An F500 is good, or a FCL-X extinguisher is also good for putting out lithium fires, and I guess they'll probably put out grass fires too. Next, how about a Koozie? Yeah, you need a Koozie to keep your drink cool on those hot days when you're out flying your drone. Now, don't get one that says football team or baseball team or a store or anything. Get one with a drone on it. That way people will know, hey, that guy's a drone pilot. Look at his Koozie. Get one of those. They're really good. For your FPV pilots, you want to go fly, but you can't find somebody to act as your visual observer. So what do? That's no problem, buddy. Just take this guy out with you, set him in a lawn chair beside you, include him in a few of the shots so they can see he's sitting there, and you're good to go. You won't have to not fly or go without flying for whatever days you're going to fly. Take this guy with you and go fly your drone. Have fun. Something else I would recommend to you is a good hat. Now, The best hat would be a big shade hat, like a cowboy hat with a wide brim. It keeps the sunlight out of your eyes. It'll help shade the controller screen. It works really well. But on days when it's cold, you might want a stocking cap. You might want to get a baseball cap. Those are always good to have. How about a bucket hat? Those are always popular. Or maybe no hat at all. That's a good one. If you want to show off that you're a drone pilot, you can get one of these. Or if you want to be dramatic, get you a leather aviator's helmet, goggles, and a white scarf. That would really put the look together for you. That would be pretty awe-inspiring and impressive to all your friends and neighbors. Something else I'd like to discuss real briefly is ADS-B. Now, you've heard me talk about it before, what a good thing it is. You can see airplanes that are flying over you, who they are, identify them, where they're going, their altitude, their speed, identification. And this happened to me out in the boonies. I was just standing around. I was not flying my drone, but I was in my truck and I heard a noise and I looked up and there was an airplane, very low altitude, flying over me, and he just didn't pass over me. He circled around me, looking at me, and took up my ADS-B and made this ADS-B exchange screenshot. And there you can see its registration. I used that to look up who owns the airplane and what kind of company it is and what they were doing out there. So something I recommend to everybody, take it, put it on your iPhone when you're out flying. Not only can you identify airplanes, but you can look in the immediate area and see if there's any airplanes that might pose a conflict as far as a collision or anything like that. So it's a good thing to have. Now, as I said, I attached my Neo to my RCN2 using my iPhone as the video. This is set up perfectly. I don't have to change anything now. I have 3 controllers and I have 3 drones, and each controller has its dedicated drone and vice versa. Some other alterations to my Neo, so you notice I put a bumper on the front. The problem with the bumper, as you can see, it will protect the camera, it looks like. It's not real mushy or soft, but it does kind of interfere with the control button when you're doing the manual flights, just flying it out of your hand. And in that case, I guess you might want to have to take that bumper back off to have full access to the control button. Well, here's the takeoff on this little drone test with the RCN2. I'm using my iPad as the action camera. It's a small iPad. They don't have as good resolution as an iPhone. This was an older one, but it will do. And here I'm trying to introduce my Neo to the iPad, make friends, say this is your new action camera, go up and say hello. And he's kind of shy. He's going, no, I don't want him. Yeah, you get over there and say hello. And he goes, no, I don't want to. And he said, I'm leaving. And you say, you get back over here and you say hello. So he goes up and he says hello. And then he's going to go fly his test flight using the iPhone and the RCN2 for the controller. So we're going to turn him around here and send him off to oblivion. But first we're going to watch the takeoff.
Takeoff. Home point updated.
And that owl instantly doesn't seem to frighten the Neo at all, nor the birds that poop all over the place. So there they are, they're friends now, and the Neo's going to go flying. And off we go. Short test flight, and I based this to kind of go back later on and adjust some of the control sensitivities on the RCN2 and DJI Fly app, and I'll get those set up, and that way I'll dedicate the RCN2 with the iPhone as my full-time Neo controller. And that guy had to pull out. And I thought, well, I'll just fly over him and he'll leave, but he didn't. He stopped there and then he backed up, and so I let him get out of the way. And then I'm going to go see if I can run into a tree. And here's a likely tree. Nope, fooled you. So I kind of had an idea of the adjustments I wanted to make to the RCN2 and DJI Fly on my iPhone, and I'm going to go back and land him and put him to bed. And as we've seen before, and I've said before, flying a Neo in the wind's really not a lot of fun. We're going to bring him in and we're just going to set him down. And here he comes. Stable as he can be, especially in the hands of a skilled pilot. Oops. And there he is, almost on the pad. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that little episode on the accessories you might consider for your Neo or any drone, and then the experiment with the Neo on the RCN2 and the iPhone. We ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe, and we appreciate you standing by and watching the video, and hope you'll come back real soon. God bless.